Yeah, dear students, this is Dr. Ajay Kumar once again. So, in connection with first video of steam generator, let us move to the second video of this lecture, that is related to boiler mountings and accessories. These are very important for a boiler. So, first let us go through the boiler mountings. For boiler mountings, we should concentrate on these two: function and location in boiler cell, where that particular device is located and what is its function. So first, as a definition of boiler mounting, why is it required? Why boiler mountings are required? So these are the fittings and devices which are necessary for safety and control and maintenance also. Here we have additional one for maintenance. For safety, control and maintenance, these are known as boiler mountings. Without mountings, boiler cannot run. So please remember, for proper running boiler mountings are a must. So that mountings form an integral part of the boiler and are mounted directly over the boiler shell. Right, so these devices are mounted on the outer shell of the boiler, or some devices are located inside also. So these are called mountings, used for three purposes: safety, control and maintenance. So first let us go through which are safety devices which are made for safety. So first item is water level indicator, that indicates exact level of water. Number of water level indicator, two generally in each boiler. Then second is safety valves. These safety valves are used to safeguard the boiler in case pressure inside increases beyond design pressure. Like say, at the time of cooking, you might have watched that in a pressure cooker we get a whistling sound, that is steam coming out from that pressure cooker. That pressure cooker is designed for a particular pressure value. If that pressure goes beyond that one, that extra steam goes out through that vessel, that is nothing but a safety valve. So that safety valve is nothing on pressure cooker, that is nothing but a dead weight safety valve. There are three types: dead weight safety valve, spring loaded safety valve and lever safety valve. So safety valves should be located at the top of the boiler, right? Function I told, location at the top of the boiler, since from that one steam should go out. So being lighter, steam is located at the top. Water level indicator, that is in between middle level and highest level water level indicator located. I will show the figure just now. For fusible plug, the word written fusible plug. This fusible plug should always, let us go to the diagram first now to get it clarified. Yeah. Steam stove valve is here now. This is your steam stove valve located at the top. Function is to escape extra amount of steam if steam pressure is beyond design pressure. This is your water level indicator, here it is, and this is your level of water, right? So here this level of water will be indicated here now. This is your glass tube. So easily this level should be observed by boiler operator which is standing nearby adjacent to this boiler, right? And third one is device is that is your fusible plug. This is your fusible plug. This fusible plug should always immerse in water. You see now water level is here and this located just below this water level. It means suppose by virtue of any means this level of water goes down. Boiler operator keeps feeding coal over here, keeps feeding coal over here. In that situation, the whole boiler gets overheated since level of water is below and the same amount of coal is being supplied inside the boiler. So at that time boiler would be overheated. Then at that situation this fusible plug which is made of certain fusible materials which are having low melting point. So due to that high temperature overheating, this fusible material melts and then a hole is created and then steam and water due to pressure comes down and extinguishes the fire. This extinguishes the whole fire over here. So only this small fusible plug, small fusible plug saves whole boiler. So henceforth we consider it as a safety device. So under safety device these are safety valve, water level indicator and fusible plug. So we got function and location of all these three. Another one is fusible plug I told, yes. So these are three devices coming under safety. So for safety purpose three, so we call it all safety devices, right? Number you should remember. In generally water level indicators 2 in a boiler, safety valve 1, fusible plug 1. This fusible plug always should be immersed in water. So for this one it is mentioned clearly, its fusible LY melts and allow water steam to enter furnace so that it could extinguish the fire. This is having material with low melting point. Now, dear students, come to control devices. From safety to now control. So here we have four devices for controlling purpose. So first one is pressure gauge which records inside pressure of steam, that is we call it Borden pressure gauge. So number is 1. Again it is located at the top since the steam is accumulated in the top of inside the boiler. Second one is steam stop valve, just to supply steam from boiler to turbine or engine. So number could be 2 to 3 depending upon requirement of steam. Third one is feed check valve. We supply water to boiler from outside to inside, so that is regulates water supply to boiler. That is written one way valve. Please remember it should be a one way, means water should be supplied from outside to inside by any means. Suppose power cut off or like that, pump fails to supply water from outside to inside the boiler, it means whatever energy you have spent in supplying water from outside to inside, that water should not go out, and henceforth this is one way valve. So this is feed check valve is a one way valve through which water is supplied from outside to inside the boiler. I will show the location of all these with that diagram. Then blow off cock, written blow off means out, right? So which is allowed to go out, that is from mud and other sediments, right, during shutdown period, right? So for cleaning purpose, blow off cock is provided. So let us go through all these four on the diagram. So this is your diagram for a particular boiler. We call it a Cochrane boiler. This is a fire tube boiler. So blow off cock. Blow off cock is here, right? Due to this operation, this whole up to this is your whole complete furnace. Whole furnace. Water is settled up to here. During operation of the boiler, the water, if having any sedimental parts, sand or all, that should be accumulated over here, and if we open this valve, due to the pressure of steam and water, it should go out. So for cleaning of these sediments, sand and all, blow off, the word written off, it is allowed to go out. Pressure gauge is located here at the top. Feed check valve is here now. This is your feed check valve. We supply water from outside. So this is your one way valve. One way valve. So water is supplied to this boiler inside. Right. Now let us move to steam stop valve. Yes, this is located at the top. Steam stop valve. This one. Move to last one for inspection. So for maintenance or inspection, we have manhole and mud box. So that is of large opening to enter a man for cleaning and inspection. Blow up cock is connected to this mud box. Dear students, shape you might have observed that is in elliptical in shape. So it is not a circular one, not a square one, not rectangular one. The shape is elliptical one. Why is it so? Generally, manhole and mud box numbers ranging from 2 to 3. See, for these two structures, at all these four corners, thermal stress developed will be more. Henceforth, these two options are not correct. Right? Come to circular part. Since this hole is provided to through, a man can enter inside so easily. Since if you take body of a human being, that is not circular, that is almost elliptical, right? Henceforth this option also not correct, and henceforth elliptical size is given, elliptical shape is given for this manhole and mud box. So dear students, I repeat once again, please remember the numbers. 3 is for safety device, 4 is for control device, safety, control and inspection. So altogether total mountings are 8. Safety 3, control 4 and for inspection 8. So must remember total mountings in a boiler is 8. So by dealing with all these, students, you might have gone through now operation of this Cochrane boiler or Cochrane boiler. So it is so easy to understand now, since already while dealing with mounting operation might be knowing now. Okay, however, let me tell you, this hole is your furnace, right, in which this coal is allowed to burn. Here, this is your brick material. This hot gas, after burning it goes out. These are hot gases passing through this. These are fire tubes. All these fire tubes are surrounded by water. So water is level is up to here. This blue part is your water. So when hot gases are entering through tubes, all tubes are surrounded by water. So water gets heated and then finally water converts into steam, which are going above and accumulated in this space. So altogether this whole space is for steam, right? And then after losing heat, these hot gases are coming to this smoke box and then through chimney goes out, right? And then after burning, some ash particles, dust particles are collected at the bottom, which are removed outside, right? And through this one, air is supplied through a blower. So this is about operation of a Cochrane boiler. So we should say Cochrane boiler is a fire tube boiler which has steam producing capacity ranging from 150 to 300 kg per hour and working pressure that is up to 20 bar. Now dear students, this is another boiler, call it Babcock and Wilcox boiler. This is a water tube boiler. This hole is this green drum is called steam and water drum. This portion is water and the above portion, red portion is for steam, right? So here it is upper header. This red part is upper header. This is your lower header. These are water tubes. Furnace is here. This red part is furnace. Here written fire grate and then fire door, from which one this coal is supplied to this furnace, right? After burning of this whole coal, hot gases are moving in this upward direction, being lighter. They supply heat to this portion of water tubes, right? And from this bottom portion, this cold water goes above due to heating, and here when it comes over here, this is converted into steam and supplied to steam drum, right? Now after losing heat to this portion, these hot gases are coming in this way, because this portion, this is your baffle plate which stops these hot gases not go directly like this. So for proper utilization in this portion, bifold plates, this black one bifold plate is given. Right. So then after reflecting it goes to this portion, and you will be observing in this portion there is a device called superheater. So superheater is, this superheater gets steam from the top one, right? It comes in this way. This is taking extra amount of heat, this tube of superheater by this hot gases, and then here we get superheated steam which is supplied directly over here, and through this stop valve it goes out to steam turbine or steam engine. Right. Now after losing heat to superheater and even this portion of water tubes, right, it, that is hot gases, due to this bifold plate, this black one bifold plate, the plate stops not to go directly in this way, and after utilizing all these up to this space, these hot gases are moving in this direction. Right. Again here there is a stopper. This is your lower header, and here there is a stopper, this one. So hot gases are moving in this way by supplying heat to this lower header, through which water comes inside from water drum or steam like this. So dear students, I tell you about the movement of hot gases once again. Movement of hot gases, these arrow heads are given, red head arrows are given. First it is stopped by this bifold plate, black one, so that proper utilization of heat should be here. Then it comes to this portion where superheater takes heat, all these tubes get heat. Then another bifold plate which stops not to directly move in the right way, henceforth it comes down in this way, and then it comes to this portion, so this portion has water tubes again, right, and even this lower head. So all together we can say there is a proper utilization of hot gas, heat of hot gas. So for proper utilization of heat of hot gases, these two black one bifold plates are provided, right? And then after losing heat, these hot gases are coming out through this damper. Here there is a damper, this is called damper, and it goes out through this chimney to atmosphere now. So this is the process in a water tube boiler, call it Babcock and Wilcox boiler. So dear students, this is working pressure of this is, that is of above 10 bar, which has steam producing capacity 2000 to 40,000 kg per hour, and this is used to operate high pressure. Now dear students, in next video we will go through accessories of